What's up, everybody? This is your host, your man D, aka Black Love. Welcome to the Successful Black Love Podcast. You're listening live in the lounge with me, and we are just so grateful and blessed to have you here. We are going to be discussing tonight about certain topics that are trending, certain topics that are sending shockwaves around the nation. And the first part of the segment in today's show is Do It for the Culture. So we are going to be highlighting the active shooting death of Ohio native Jayland Walker. If you haven't heard, he was a young African-American male. He was stopped by police, and he, according to the New York Times, he fled the traffic stop that they stopped him at he was in a traffic stop. They stopped him, and he fled and allegedly was carrying armed weapon from other sources, but according to the New York Times, he was not. He was unarmed, and according to the police, he was. They were saying that he pointed the gun at them, and they shot him. They responded and shot him, but the thing about it is, why did it have to take 8 police officers to shoot this young man? 60 rounds. 60 rounds. That is absolutely unacceptable. It's absolutely ridiculous. And Chicagoans are getting involved, or they have gotten involved. They are protesting as we speak. And they have been making news headlines and everything. We need to get involved. Black Lives Matter, and when I say that Black Lives Matter, it's I don't want to get it misconstrued, because it's like when we mention that our lives matter, other diversities have to chime in and say, "Oh, well, all lives matter." Well, I'm not saying that only Black Lives Matter. It's just in the case of when it comes to certain situations like this, our lives get put down like we don't matter at all in certain circumstances. Not to say that all lives don't matter, because every life matters. But when it comes to what we have been fighting for, our rights are placed in humanity, or placed in society, we get viewed as a threat. We get viewed as people that are uneducated, people that don't necessarily have book smarts, or don't necessarily have the means or the resources to be successful in today's society in modern times, or even it dates back to even pre-slavery. You know, when we our mindset needs to shift when it comes to these certain things, these certain topics, because there is a certain thin line that police officers and people of other races, they love to cross when it comes to us, and they do it unapologetically. So we need to unapologetically be standing for the culture. We need to do what we need to do to stand firm and stand together. But going back to, I know shifted a little bit, but going back to this story about Jalen Walker, I just find it absolutely crazy how the police officers that were involved in the shooting, they left on administrative leave. But we all know that administrative leave in police terms or police community means leave with pay. They might be on administrative leave in our eyes or in our view, but they're still getting paid. They're still on the payroll. And there have been some retaliation for I think the police chief. He retaliated against some of his own, and sent them out. Of course, they left without leaving. I think one officer got arrested, but of course, it was a slap on the wrist compared to if the shoe was on the other foot. And I just think that this needs to be addressed. Things need to change. We have to stand together and just do what the Chicagoans are doing. Protest, and just don't do certain things. Don't go certain places. And just, if we have to, carpool to events, if we have to, walk home together after a basketball game or after school, or we have to look out for our brothers and sisters as a people as a whole. This, like I said, this is definitely a situation that needs some catering to. And also, I just want to mention how, we've heard how the police officers have had, they've said that that this young man, Jalen Walker, a young man, 25 years old, he had an armed weapon, and that and it, even in news footage, they have these weapons. I mean, they have, it's like in the news footage, it might be a certain glimpse of something, but of course, we all know that things could be altered as well. This footage may have, and I'm just speculating here, but this footage might have been tampered, evidence might have been tampered with, footage might have been altered, who knows? But all I know is that things have got to change. We may have come from Plymouth Rock. We might have moved forward in time, but the times have not moved forward with us. May have moved 100 years from slavery, 100 years to however many years into the future, into the present day. From Martin Luther King Jr. saying "I have a dream" to Malcolm X saying, his speaking his speech about Plymouth Rock. We might have landed on Plymouth Rock, but Plymouth Rock does not have to land on us. We can be the moderators of our own story. So let's go ahead and use our voices to speak about these issues, to address how we have to come together and stand together. It's too many of us that are putting our own culture, putting our own people down, and And if you look into other societies, if you look into other cultures, you don't see that in the Hispanic culture. You don't see that in the European culture. They have a system. They have family that they stand together. We have to get better, guys. Come on, we have to spread black love and unity throughout our nation. But I want to say this is how you can get involved. If you want to get involved, I have a charity I'm working with. I have a couple of them, but one in particular that I'm working with, anti-racism. I want to. I'm I'm trying to become a motivational speaker and activist who stands for um, black togetherness and for peace and harmony. I want to help end gun violence. I want to help end the racism and discrimination that's going on throughout the nation. So you can leave your donations there. I have a TikTok called Author and Love Poet, and you can follow me there and find out about more information about my charity. And I have a link tree. If you go on my TikTok, the link is in the bio. You can find out more about who I am and what I do. So that's that. I want to mention this right quick. I also work with another charity called Cover the Family. It's part of my charity that I work with alongside another lady who we want to help African American men get into better situations, who have been victims of abuse, because not enough of us speak about male or men having mental health issues. I'm one of them. I suffer from mental health disorder, but I'm getting better, and I want to help our young men or men get past mental disorder, mental health, and the Bible says the steps of a good man are ordered, and I feel that the Lord is ordering us in the direction of change. So that's that. Go ahead and follow me there. Also, I just want to say that I also have an Instagram page that I post a lot of content on as well. It's called The Vibe, Vibe, Central Central Boutiquer, BOUTIQUER_30. And I have a merch store. It's called the Vibe Central Boutique, without the ER_30. So it's Vibe Central Boutique. I sell clothing, and it's about motivational, helping us to stay motivated and inspired. That's my collection. And so go ahead and look on there and support the movement, support the awareness throughout the culture, and come on, let's stand together. But I did mention something about discrimination, and I want to go ahead and move to the next segment in the show. Or actually, still part of the Do It for the Culture segment. The Sesame Street character, Rosita, I believe is her name. She it's a Sesame Street place, a theme park for kids, and it's this Rosita character. She was embracing all other. She was embracing all other diversities, and here there was this mother and her 2 6-year-old children, and where Rosita saw them and blatantly ignored them and walked past them. This that's just crazy. That's outrageous. How this Rosita Sesame Street character, who is supposed to be embracing all cultures, all diversities, has blatantly walked past these beautiful young children, these beautiful young ladies, and just walked on about into another family, probably someone that she more so related to or resonated with. That is very sad. It's very pathetic, and I just want to mention. I want to speak to these young ladies, to the mother as well. You all did not deserve that. You young ladies, you beautiful young girls, you are beautiful. Don't let nobody ever tell you you're not, and don't let this discourage you. There are people in the world that don't necessarily like you because of something that, not something that you did, but something that they have made up in their minds that they want to hate on. But don't let somebody disrupt your shine. Keep shining. Keep going. You got it. You know, you girls are going to be great. You girls are going to be unstoppable. Don't let nobody just stop your shine. Keep being beautiful. Keep being incredible. And just know that you are loved. God loves you. And people around the nation are going to love you and want to hear your story. So, with that being said, I just want to say this. The hate in the world that you give, you don't know how many spirits that you are breaking. And you need to take an honest look at yourself in the mirror and say that you are going to be different. You are going to change the status quo. You know, I know some of us have behaviors, have self-doubt, have hate of ourselves, but we have to look at that self-defeating behavior in the mirror and tell it, today I choose me. You cannot be the victim of your own self-sabotage. Be the victor of your self-victory, of your self-change, of your self-motivation. Be the most powerful word of inspiration to yourself. You know, be the person or be the character that you desire to be. You don't necessarily have to follow in the footsteps of others. Be the change that you want to be. So that's just what I wanted to speak about on that segment. So if anyone wants to chime in, they can. I have video messaging, video recording. I have voice. You can call into the show, call in and voice your opinion on these matters. These are very important matters that need more, like I said, catering to. So the last segment that I want to talk about in this show is a conversation starter. Are men emotionally attached to other men and physically and sexually attracted to women? I just want to say this, and fellas, hear me out. Let me explain. in certain parts of that statement, I agree, and here's why. Sometimes men like to go and hang out with the boys and kick it with the boys and would be more so willing to go spend time with them, but then they have a woman at home or a girlfriend, wife, or whatever that they get tired of spending time with, or don't necessarily want to do the lovey-dovey thing, or but they're very attracted to women. They want to be in bed with them, lay with them, lay up with them, but they would want to go hang with their boys right after, or want to go play basketball or play video games or whatever, and ignore the queen that they have at home, you know. And and me personally, I think that's just crazy. If I got a woman at home that I love, that I want to spend, that I would want to spend time with, I want to go hang with my boys all the time and just be gone all day, and that's just me personally. But I just want to hear what you guys think. Like I said, this is just a conversation started. It started on Instagram from a young woman named Denise J. Actually, that's where I heard it from. It didn't start with her, but it's just something that I wanted to hear from the fellas, hear from the ladies. Let's go ahead and get cracking on this subject or this topic. Let me hear what you guys think. If you want to chime in, now's the time. But I do want to say that I enjoy my time with you all. I love my peeps. I love my fans. If you guys want to get more involved in the show, I'm going to be opening up the show to guests now. I was on Anchor as a podcast host, and I was just doing audio podcasts because I didn't know how to necessarily do the video recording thing and how that would go, how producing would go. But now I'm becoming more comfortable in who I am and my skill set. So and my craft. So I appreciate you guys. I thank you all for tuning in, for watching, for listening. And if you want to hear more, I host this podcast every Thursday through Sunday at 8 p.m. live. So if you all are wanting to hear more, go ahead and hit that link and go ahead and hit the play button. Go ahead and just listen to your man D, aka Black Love. And just want to mention too, before I get off here, the reason why I'm called Black Love is because I am known in the St. Louis streets as the Black Love Poet. I write poetry. I'm an author. You can find some of my work on Amazon. I'm not sure if my book, The Betrayal and Obsession, is on Barnes & Noble anymore, but I'm going to order some more books. I'm going to, my books, The Silent Treatment, is out now on Amazon and Kindle, so you can look for those there as well. And also I have a love poetry anthology, which is a love poetry book with all my love poems. It's called Love and Poetic Magnetism. I also have, I always forget to mention this. I also have a children's book, a young lady's children's book, a little kids, little girl, a little children's book for girls, for little African American girls, called Tenderheaded. So go and check that out. I don't know why I got a little tongue twisted there, but I think it's late. But go ahead and check that out there when you can. I'm gonna put if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to put all the links in the description below. If you all want to subscribe to my YouTube channel is Author and Love Poets, and that's and with the and sign, with a and symbol. I'm sorry. And I post a lot more. I'm going to be posting a lot more content. I'm going to be speaking more about these topics, about love, about business, about real estate, about different things that people care about. So if you're wanting to hear more, like I said, you can hit the link in the description. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel at Author and Love Poet. Please follow, share, and comment. I will try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. And like I said, those books are the children's book, Tenderheaded, The Silent Treatment, which is a drama, and another drama, Betrayal and Obsession, and I also have The Anointed Contemplation, and I also have some other works that I'm working on the upcoming months, so please be on the look. And also go and buy your t-shirt. I have, like I said, my Motivate and Inspire collection is out now on Vibe Central Boutique, which is a Teespring store. I will be posting more videos about that as well. Again, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good night. Peace.